All right, I'm going to call this special meeting to order the Council Board of Education. Item A, recording of members present and absent. Wendy, we're all here. Item B, executive session. At this time, the board will not convene in executive session, and we will proceed to item E on the posted agenda. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve the following resolution. Brett?
I move to approve the following resolution. Resolution regarding public safety in the Household Public School System arising from the COVID-19 pandemic for the 21-22 school year, authorizing the contracting of outside counsel to represent the Board of Education in the Household Public School District, Independent School District 35, and to file legal action seeking to have the district intervene in or join a certain civil action pending in the District Court of Oklahoma. Ritter v. State of Oklahoma, case number CB 21-1918.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, let's open this up for discussion.
All right, I'll go first. I asked for the meeting to be called and for this to be placed on the agenda. I was generally aware of the suit that was going on challenging the law that prohibits school boards from instituting mask mandates. You know, at our last meeting, our board indicated that it would support mandatory masking if we were allowed to do so. The current lawsuit involves individual parents as well as State Medical Association. There are not any school districts in the lawsuit. I became aware that the law firm representing the individuals in the medical association were willing to represent Household Public Schools at no cost to the school for us to intervene in this suit. The only thing that we're voting on today is to be represented by outside counsel to intervene in the suit. Our current mask policy allows masking, and we would be requiring masks at school now, but for the state law. So the vote today is to contract with outside counsel to join the suit. And I'm obviously in favor of it. I requested it be on the agenda today. We have, at my last count, for the first full week of school, we had 80 positive cases in our school. Several hundred people in quarantine, or at least close to quarantine. At my house, we didn't make it a whole week. In the first week of school, I was notified that one of my first graders was exposed, so she's home quarantining. I also know that because of the change in quarantine guidelines that we can't require as much as we did last year, we can only suggest quarantine. I know that there are kids that have been directly exposed who are not quarantining. Whether or not they're wearing masks, I don't know. I can tell you from a personal standpoint as a parent, drop off in the morning, most of the staff and teachers that I see are wearing masks. Most of the kids that I see are not. I asked my first grader who's now quarantined how many kids in her class had a mask by 7, and she's like 40 in a class of 20. So the majority of them are not wearing masks. The numbers today for the state of Oklahoma are that there are 66 children in the hospital with COVID. That's up 2 from yesterday. I am in support of masking in schools. I think that the recommendations are for masks. And again, the reason I'm in support of joining the suit is because this board, this school district has expressed support for masking, but for the law. We required masks of all students and staff last year. I think we were one of the first school boards to adopt a universal masking policy at the beginning of last year. It worked. I think that it protected our community. I see now, she's not even 4. She will turn 4 on Saturday, and she's in pre-K, and she wears a mask every day. She puts it on when she gets out of the car, and no problem when she wears it. I think it's a political issue. And I think that it would be one thing that we can do, especially in our elementary schools, because those kids cannot get vaccines. No one under 12 can get the vaccine. So the only protection protection that we can offer to the younger kids in our school right now. And we can't make that decision at the school board with the volunteers. So, with that, I'm gonna be voting yes, and I'm in favor of joint law.
But by joining the lawsuit, that is something that we get to start mandating masks.
That's correct. The district works on this tomorrow morning. Nothing changes. The district will be signed up for the lawsuit. The only way something will change is if this lawsuit will some jump in action. If that one was working. But this changes nothing for any student or employee when they come to work tomorrow.
We do have representatives from the law firm here.
How many other schools have
We could be a first.
joined with school district schools?
There are no school districts involved in the state right now. Individual parents as well as the Oklahoma Medical Association, which is a organization group of physicians in the state.
And the Oklahoma City, district has not followed up against it at all.
They have not.
Has any school followed the suit?
They have not.
Have you asked other districts to file?
There are other districts showing it, but no district has taken this step.
I'm curious if there's no charge for this to us, who's paying your fees?
We're receiving compensation from the state medical association and from other private individuals.
What are the repercussions if we do this and it fails? What are the possible repercussions as you see it from the state?
As far as repercussions that you make, Commissioner, we won't be, just because you file a lawsuit, we have broken the law.
No, I know
There can be
that.
no repercussions from the state as far as monetary.
We're not supposed to be.
No, yes, for sure, not supposed to be. I can't say that we'll be winning any fans. Group of people up to look out for, but legally, no, there should be no repercussions.
We don't get any discretionary funding in the sense that they could decide maybe in the state legislature or some other entity to decide not to fund something for us.
Again, technically no, but we also do receive a large amount of grant funding. People have said that we get grants. It's not a thing.
Is there a time limit as to when the student would have to be filed?
It has been filed. We are voting today that are not
As soon as it's filed, I thought I read something about we're meeting today because there was a time frame and we just think
there's a hearing that will shoot without.
The hearing has been either Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning.
Well, I like to see this, list of a lot of statistics as far as the number of students who have been affected. You said, are there things around 80, 90?
After I think we're at 87.
But that's not just all students, that's students, and that's staff, and that is, all the maintenance crew, the teachers, it's the others, so we're talking, we said about
Local
4,000.
students with other students.
What we're talking about here today, to me, is not a question of masking or not masking. This is a question about whether we want to file a lawsuit against the state of Oklahoma. Be part of a lawsuit against the state of Oklahoma. I don't necessarily see the benefits that we have for having filing a lawsuit against them. And I'm an actor. I'm fully vaccinated. I have been since February. I wear a mask when I go out in public. I have an exchange student son at the high school. He is fully vaccinated. He wears masks. So I don't think it's a question of masking at this point today, what we're trying to decide. It's whether we are going to be a part of a lawsuit against the state of Oklahoma. I see, and what I was informed when, as a board, we have 3 responsibilities. And one of those is to hire the superintendent, do the budget, set the budget, and set a policy. This doesn't fit into any of those. I don't see this as an issue that we need to take. If at some point in time there is a change in policy from the state on masking, then we can consider whether we want to go ahead and develop a masking policy. My views on the masking policy, they're flexible, they're changing. I'm not sure that I feel the same way today as I felt 2 or 3 months ago. Because I heard from constituents, I considered other things as well. So, I'm not ready to make that decision today, and I'm glad that's not part of why we're here. So,
Well, trade being allowed as a to make policies that we think are standard. And, frankly, schools throughout the state, how long have we been able to stay on this? Right, Indians, they were and our hands are tied about making policy on local level. I find that very frustrating. I think our duties have been eclipsed by what I think legislation did as a local board. I think it's important to say that we have rights to look at them. State leaders, we are their constituents also. So I think it's getting down to, do we want schools to open or not? And masking is one outcome and mitigating factor against the spread that we have right now. Cherokee County is the top 3 counties in the state for the explosion of COVID. I'm just afraid for all of us. For my grandchildren, children of our school district. And as adults, I'm point, we have to advocate for the children there in our family.
You said the hearing was postponed. When is it rescheduled?
It has not been specifically set. It will either be Monday afternoon at 1:30 or Tuesday morning at 9 a.m.
The 20 minutes, remember, where it does not mean that we can mandate masks.
No, it's great. Maybe being given that right back. This keeps going forward, whether or not the school district joins. But we as a board, and we were talking about this in our last meeting, we have, at least the majority of the board has indicated
that we support masking. We have a mask policy in place right now, that the policy that we passed for masking, that's where the state law would require, based on what we're at now, would require masking. And again, this is, I agree with the board, that this is South Public Schools saying, we think that we are the ones that should be making this decision. And by joining this, that is us voicing, I think there are lots of school boards across the state that think that they should be making this decision, but I don't know that, lawmakers are hearing from them, because, we also know that there are some school boards that have voted in mask policies with differing degrees of opt-out and that type of thing. The question may be, why aren't we just doing that instead? And I can tell you from a personal perspective, my day job is an attorney, and I'm a rule follower by nature, but I'm also a rule challenger by nature. And I think this rule is wrong, and I think it's illegal, and I think that Tulsa Public Schools say, we believe that local school boards are who should be making decisions about masks in schools, is a way to show our community that we're doing what we can to try to protect, our students, our staff, and our entire community.
Any more discussion? We'll call for the vote. Ms. Nemo,
Aye.
Mr. Myers, Ms. Walker, Ms. Kaufman? No. No. For a second. Ms. Walker, Ms. Kaufman? Mr. Myers? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.